It's quite sad that a character that should have been at least decent turns out to be, let me say, a little bit less than useful. I think that would be the best way to describe Hush, because Hush is a cool character, right? Like, even from the design is not bad. I actually like the Day of the Dead design, wrapping him in bandage, like the mummy design. I actually like it. It's different. It's unique. So, like, it looks good. And if you read his passives actually read pretty well, stealing, like reducing the opponent's stats, not just the base, not just the regular stats like attack health, like we're talking about crit resistance, defense, and all of that, and also increasing your own stats based on the mode you select. So on paper, this guy has a lot going for him. He even has three sets of passive. But how will a character have three sets of passive and still be a little bit less than useless? I'm using that word a little bit less than useless because there is a certain scenario, or let me say a certain state of your account, your Injustice 2 mobile account, that he will have some use. For example, this match that is going on right here against Captain Cold, it basically has like an extremely high amount of crit resistance. So he's not crit immune. This means if you can reduce his crit resistance, then you can do crit damage against him, which invariably means you can do more damage against him. Now, if there's a better character to use, that's Zatanna. But for a very long time, for some months now, Zatanna has been bugged and she doesn't reduce crit resistance for her team anymore. She only reduces crit resistance for herself, which is basically useless. Zatanna ideally is the best character to use here instead of using Hush. But since they've refused to fix it, you could now use Hush in place. Now, the damage I'll do in this match is very much enough to clear T8. So if you are playing T8 raid, this team right here can clear Captain Cold for you. That's quite good if you are playing T8. For T9, you would need to replace Vixen. That's for both T9 and T10. You would need to replace Vixen with the Rock Black Adam. So I've not tested myself, but generally we use the Rock Black Adam with what's her name, Silver Banshee, and yeah, they're able to one shot or at least come close to one shotting. So yeah, and you are not restricted to using Hush with Silver Banshee. You could use Hush and use Batman Ninja, Robin, and Batman Ninja Joker. Joker, of course, will be your main damage dealer, and use Hush to reduce. Just follow the same tactics I used in this match to reduce the boss's crit resistance. So you can see rather, I did 135 million damage, very much enough to clear T8, almost clearing, like, at least you remove a majority of the health of T9, and like I said, replace Vixen with the Rock Black Adam, and you are going to basically clear T9 and do a lot in T10, if not even one shot, because of the extra damage that the Rock Black Adam gets. So yeah, so it's quite useful for that purpose, but I know a lot of you would probably not care about that. uh, you probably have better teams that you use against. I'm sure, of course, you use Batwoman around here, but this is majorly for those that would like to maybe do have placed the full six pips and get the most damage, and you don't have a beta club. So these are some of the hacks you could use in the game. Like I said, Zatanna would have been the perfect choice because she would do health reduction, she will give you 300% damage boost, and she will reduce crit resistance permanently without needing to tag Zatanna in anymore. So Zatanna should be the best, but because she's not working properly, then you could now rely on using Hush. Now, that first test was Hush as a support. So as a support, he has some niche use. He's not a character you would probably use all the time, but if you have him, you might as well use him. If you are now trying to see how good he can be as a damage dealer, because like I said, read his passive. His passive makes it seem like he should be a good damage dealer, right? If you are in assault stance, you are basically increasing your own attack stats, which is your crit rate, your crit damage, your fast attack, your, I think, attack as well. So you are increasing all the attack based stats. You are increasing it by a specific percentage. I believe 50% at max. That's right now is on 7 stars, so that should give you 50% increase. So this means that you can now build your Hush with more attack. and rely on using his passive to build your attack stats. So you could also use him as a defensive character too, and like increase your crit rate, increase your defense, sorry, your crit resistance, your or basically increase your resistances and increase your defense. You could do that as well, but I don't really see much use for that. I prefer to use him like with the assault stance. So yeah, that could work, but as you can see, this bastard is not doing any damage. Guys, this was from the previous solo raid. I had level 10 God Killer and level 9 God Killer support. And look at the measly damage he's doing. It's really incredible. Like, even with a maxed out Zatanna puppet, with this tact scene, with two beautiful ladies, how will you have Vixen and Wonder Woman by your side and you're not performing? He's not performing. He's losing his guard with everything, everything's in place for him, and he's still not doing well. So, like, it's as a damage dealer is terrible. So don't even dream that you're going to use Hush as a damage dealer. I don't know. Maybe those are Beta Club. Maybe combining him with Raven and Max Artifacts and Beta Club. Maybe you could one shot, but that's to me that's just stupid. Honestly, that's just stupid because just packing everything. And honestly, I think it may not even one shot. Like this guy could be maxed out with Raven and max out Beta Club and two support artifacts. And I'm pretty sure he will likely not one shot. That's how useless Hush can be as a damage dealer. So he's not going to do any damage for you. Don't think in any life, like in any way that this guy's a damage dealer. But like I said, it could be a very good support for your team, specifically Silver Banshee and Batman Ninja Lord Joker. So those two teams, it will be a very and also especially against Boss Captain Cold. So it could work in those setups. Now, enough of Hush. I've told you how you can build him just based on the passive. Maybe I should just talk about that again. Based on Hush passive, he's going to get increased attack stats from Nemesis. And of course, you have to renew the Nemesis by continuously using either the special one or special three. So what you would do with Hush is like you saw my build at the beginning of the video. You could go and check it back if you can't remember. But you see, I basically have like 30%, 35% on my stats because I'm going to get the rest stats from his passive. So that means you can build him with a huge amount of attack, as much attack as you can get. Yeah, but I don't even think that build is worth it because even with that build, he's still not doing good damage. Even with max artifact, with max support, he's still not going to do anything for you. So it's not worth building as a damage dealer, but can be quite interesting as a support character. Of course, the final video is my one of my favorite teams right now, if not my favorite teams. I really enjoy using this team, the Mortal Kombat team. Yeah, this team very very good against boss Captain Cold because the go-to artifact for raiding is dark metal cards. So that means that the crit resistance is useless, and even if this boss is crit immune, you don't give two fucks because you are using your dark metal cards. So raiding, like honestly, the gameplay is so interesting, so fun. Like even in solo raids, perfect for cleaning. I think I talked about that yesterday. This team is the perfect cleanup team. The best cleaning service in Justice 2 Mobile right now is this team because they work very well against most bosses. I think the only boss that this team will not really work well against is against a boss that delays your tagging. So all those boss that delays tagging is this not ideal. If not, against almost any other boss, the ones that is immune to glitter, immune to create, immune to stun, we don't give two fucks. We are going to destroy you with raiding. And ratings, of course, got better after the last update. Anyways, I've rambled on too much. Guys, if you enjoyed my video, smash the subscribe button, become a member on the channel, and and I will see you on the next one. Enjoy your weekend, guys.